Conflict is inevitable and part of all of our relationships. Conflict can be good and has many benefits when managed appropriately. Given this, it is best to embrace conflict and learn how to manage it. Learning conflict management does not mean subscribing to only one pattern. Clearly, everyone has their own styles of conflict management, which reflects their own unique wants, needs, and values. However, there are specific global patterns in conflicts that can be identified based on how we deal with such challenges. The important thing to remember is that no one style is a pure typology and inherently better than the other. You must be wondering, what are the benefits of being aware of my own conflict management style? Well, as you recognize your style, you can better understand its strengths and weaknesses. Also, you can increase your ability to adopt different styles relative to the inevitable conflicts that arise in interpersonal relationships as you learn when each style is the best to employ. By embracing conflict as a part of life, you can make the most of each situation and use it as a learning or a leadership opportunity. You can also use it as an opportunity to transform the situation into something better. In the 1970s, researchers Kenneth Thomas and Rolf Kilmann developed a model for conflict management. It was called the Thomas-Kilmann model after them. The Thomas-Kilmann conflict model evaluates an individual's behavior in conflict situation. In a conflict situation, we can describe a person's behavior along two basic dimensions. Number one, assertiveness, the extent to which the individual attempts to satisfy his or her own concerns. And number two, cooperativeness, the extent to which the individual attempts to satisfy the other person's concern. These two dimensions of behavior can be used to define 5 moods of dealing with conflict. These 5 conflict handling moods are competing, collaborating, avoiding, accommodating, and compromising. They also provide detailed information on how to use these different conflict handling styles effectively. To illustrate these styles, they selected specific animals. Are you a shark competing for limited resources? Or a wise owl, listening to everyone's point of view? A teddy bear, just wanting to keep the peace, or a fox, working out a way to salvage something from the situation? Or you are the turtle, withdrawing into your shell and avoiding the whole situation? The competitive shark, do it my way or not at all. This is the typical attitude of the shark. Sharks use a forcing or competing style to achieve their goals. They have a need to win, therefore others must lose. When competing, an individual pursues his or her own concerns at the other person's expense, using whatever power seems appropriate to win their position, even if it means being uncooperative, threatening, and intimidating. They strongly defend a position they believe is correct or simply try to win. If the shark's decision is truly correct, a better decision can result. However, it may result in hostility and resentment toward the shark or damaged relationships. This style may be appropriate for emergencies when you need quick, decisive action and people are aware of and support of the approach, or when unpopular decisions need to be implemented. The collaborative owl. My preference is, what is your choice? All use a collaborative or problem-confronting conflict management style. Value their goals and relationships. They gather information, look for alternatives, dialogue openly, and welcome disagreements. Owls view conflict as problem to be solved and work to find solutions agreeable to all sides. The advantage of this strategy is that relationships are maintained because both sides get what they want and negative feelings are eliminated. On the other hand, this takes a great deal of time and effort to synthesize everybody's ideas. The appropriate time to use an old style is when the issue and relationship are both important. The avoidant turtle. Conflict? What conflict? Turtles avoid, withdraw, deny, or delay conflicts. They would rather hide and ignore conflict than to resolve it. This leads them to be uncooperative and unassertive. Turtles even tend to give up personal goals. This may help to maintain relationships that would be hurt by conflict resolution, but conflicts and negative feelings may linger too. This is often appropriate when the issue is trivial or the relationship is insignificant. Sometimes it can be effective when the atmosphere is emotionally charged and you need to create some space. Accommodating teddy bear. whatever you say. Teddy bears use a soothing and accommodating conflict management style with emphasis on human relationships. They agree and flatter because they have a need to please everyone involved. Therefore, teddy bears often neglect their own desired outcomes to satisfy those of the others. There is an element of self-sacrifice, sometimes accommodating maintain relationships, but the bear may be taken advantage of. However, it is good to use this when you really don't care about the issue or when you realize you are wrong and the other party has a better solution. The compromising fox. I will give you this if you give me that. Foxes use a compromising conflict management style. Individuals who use this approach are concerned about goals in relationships. They have a strategy of little something for everyone. They tend to find mutually acceptable solutions that partially satisfy both parties. Foxes are willing to sacrifice some of their goals while persuading others to give up part of theirs. Compromise is assertive and cooperative. This way it is possible to maintain relationships and find solutions, but compromise is not always ideal. Compromising is suitable to use situations when complex issues have no clear solutions or when people in conflict have equally important solutions.